or good evening, depending on where you're watching. Welcome to another edition of Crime Time with DutyRon. Guys, I'm a retired New York City police detective with 20 years of law enforcement. And if you like all things true crime related from a police perspective, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so you will get all things DutyRon. And there he is, Ed Wallace, when we go live or upload another video. Today I am doing a mobile edition, pretty much shot off the hip because I just want to think out loud for you guys while I have some moments of clarity. Crazy day today, but I did want to come live for you guys and say, first of all, before we get into it, there's a lot of things to talk about, but I want a special thank you to the Patreon supporters, the channel members, and all of the folks who positively interact in all of these live streams. I say it every time I go live, but I can't say it enough. I can't thank you guys enough for all of the good that you guys do and all the good that you spread by sharing the videos, interacting, getting on board with constructive comments and things of that nature. It is so appreciated. I can't tell you how much I do appreciate that. So I want to just also quickly, before we get into Summer Wells, the boys in California City, that's Sincere and Classic, and Gabby Petito, I just want to tell you guys that, you know, there's so much going on. The 14th, which was yesterday, was the 25-year anniversary of my team member, Kevin Gillespie, shot and killed in the line of duty. So things have just been a little crazy back and forth. My head hasn't kind of been in the right frame of mind. So again, I just wanted to just tell you guys, I've kind of been laying low on the radar just to kind of have some time to myself. Not something that I'd want to bog you guys down with, but I want to show you I am representing the Gabby Petito Foundation today. So I have my Gabby Petito hoodie, my Gabby Petito Foundation hoodie. I'm sporting that at work today. So it's great to, support a great foundation and a great a cause, if you will, a great cause. So thank you, Wolf Girl. Thank you, Emily and Ann, Stacy, all you guys. Lauren, Wolf Girl is here. Great to see. Dawn Marie, thank you for joining, Tennessee Girl. So by a show of hands, folks, this is not about me. I just wanted to tell you guys, I've been getting a lot of messages like, hey, where have you been? God Becca, thank you. So a lot of people have been saying, like, where have you been? So that's kind of like where I've been. I've just been kind of laying low a little bit. So by a show of hands, who here in the chat, seems like there's about 250 of us hanging out. Who in the chat has seen some of the live streams? There's people talking about Summer Wells with a person by the name of Jose, and he's been dropping and giving a lot of insight and a lot of information on other channels. Just by a show of hands, who saw or listened to the hours and hours of interviews that people have been talking with this Jose guy who is in close with Don and Candace, lived there at the house, such and such, yada, 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 a lot of different things. My main concern, okay, it looks like a lot of people have seen that. I haven't really spent much time. I did stumble across yesterday a live. I think that was a live stream number 2. I sent in a super chat to the creator that was on that live stream, and I just asked simply, and it was just me asking because I'm really more concerned about finding Summer Wells, right? I think we're all concerned about that. But my concern as a law enforcement professional is I wanted to know, did this guy talk to the FBI and TBI? And they right away answered yes, which was good. I just get afraid when multiple people get a hold of this guy and then he starts telling things that may be, and I'm not saying it would be, but what if he starts telling some of us some of the things that are important in prosecuting a criminal or criminals, right? Prosecuting either one or more people who are responsible for Summer Wells' missing or demise, then I'm worried about a defense attorney, like Joe Murray says all the time, getting a hold of a potential witness, suspect, or perpetrator and getting interviews that he or she does on the internet. That's what I worry about. And that's my only concern. And my concern isn't about anything but Summer Wells. So that's what I get scared about, because now I, in this title, included Sincere and Classic, Orrin and Orson West, our California City missing boys, 3 and 4 years old, now would have been 4 and 5. On the 9-month anniversary, and I don't even like to call it an anniversary, on the 9-month marker of Summer Wells being missing, right? We don't know what happened to her. We don't know if she went missing on the 15th. Remember with the boys? They were reported on December 21st. But we come to find out now that the 2 monsters are in custody, that they were murdered 3 months before that. So we don't know all that we need to know about Summer Wells. We don't know if in fact that was a planned call-in for her going missing, or if it in fact was the date that she went missing, right? So I am very worried. I'm very worried that Jose, although he sounds like he's very forthcoming, giving a lot of good information, he's fulfilling our, as human beings, curiosity. But I'm worried. I really get worried when you talk for hours that you may give up information that is important in the case. And that's all I was thinking. By a show of hands, who understands what I'm saying? And I'm not in any way bashing anybody who interviewed this guy, but I just get concerned because most people, most civilians don't know how the process goes and don't know the danger of it. So let me know in the chat if you are on board with what I'm saying. I mean, of course, our curiosity, we're always curious. We always want to know more information. But at what price does that knowing that information, at what price do we have to pay for that? And who pays the price? It's on the back of Summer Wells, you know? So, I'm very concerned. And I'm hoping that he gave that interview. He was on 2 times. I hope that he just now lays low and doesn't start doing more interviews and more interviews. Me personally, I would never speak to him and put it on a live. I would speak to him, and my advice would be like, hey, Jose, just lay low. You already gave your full interview to the FBI and probably the TBI. Just be a good witness and zip it. Because we look at 50 witnesses that were called to the grand jury to prosecute Sincere and Classic's murderer, Trezell and Jacqueline West, the murderers, right? So we look at Sincere and Classic's case. There was 50 people that were called in to testify. Those people are now under a court-ordered gag order, right? So why not, if we really have the very concern of Summer Wells and her getting justice for her, if we really have that in the forefront, if that's our main goal, then why potentially grandstand a witness or somebody who has good information? We want these to be able to come out in the Summer Wells case, and we want to hear these noises, right? We want to hear that times however many, 2, 3, whoever's involved, 4. I'll hear these clicks on 4 sets. I'll hear these clicks on 2 sets. But if we get reckless, then you pay a price. And that's all I'm saying. Let's think about what's the important part of Summer Wells being missing. We need to find out what the hell happened to her, who the hell did it, and bring them to justice. That's it. So Jose would be the best, in my best advice would be like, hey, you did your thing. Just lay low now. Go back into your, he talked about going off the grid and being in that hermit mode and just disconnected from everything. Don't resist that urge to talk to anybody else. You already did it for several hours. Just leave it alone. You can't undo something that's already done. And I didn't listen to all of it. And I don't know if he, spilled the beans or hurt or helped the case by talking. But let's leave human curiosity alone and let's put Summer Wells at the forefront. That's all I have to say. Happily Caffeinated Couple, thank you for that super chat. And also thank you to North Florida Gary. What I don't know won't hurt me. Thank you, North Florida Gary. Let me look at Happily Caffeinated Couple super chat. Thank you for the $3. Thank you for being the voice of reason. I'm just giving you the police perspective. This is what I look at as a good law enforcement investigator. Is I don't ever want to interview on a live stream a potential witness or people who could be potential suspects, because that's the police job to do that, not mine. It's the FBI's. I'm retired now. I'm here. Me and Ed come live and we talk about police procedure. We talk about what you can expect next, how we collect evidence, how crime scenes are processed, how the judicial process goes. Those are really good things to talk about, because then it gives us a better understanding of how the process happens, you know? So great to see everybody in the chat. Thank you for all being respectful. I greatly appreciate the respect to each other. I really, really appreciate you guys. And again, this is no way, shape, or form of any kind of bashing or anything. It's my observation of what unfolded on the 9-month marker of Summer Wells being reported missing. So let's move on to Sincere and Classic. So Sincere and Classic, we're awaiting the trial. The trial should be commencing, according to the judge, May 23rd of 2022. Let's see how that goes. I want to keep my fingers crossed. Thank you, Brenda. Take care. Good to see you. Retired, different state, but still passionate. Thank you, Gayla. Thank you for all you do. I appreciate it. Hello from England. Matty Boy Sully's here. Just so many people. I just don't want to start shouting everybody out, because I want to get my thoughts out. Jean Whitehead, Avon Rep. That's Andy the Gabby Cabby's mom. Thank you for joining. Emily, great to see you. Soldier Girl, thanks. So I'm doing what I said I wasn't going to do. All right, so let's fast forward to the boys. We want to see a successful prosecution by the Kern County District Attorney Zimmer. We want to see her have a solid case. Everybody's keeping their mouth shut. Those 50 witnesses, as far as I know, have zipped it and abided by the court order. It was a court-ordered gag order. Nobody, witnesses, anybody who's given testimony, any search warrant information, any police, nobody on the investigative team can give an interview to the news, and that's the whole important thing. I want to look at a couple of comments. Thank you so much, Dawn Marie, for moderating. Michelle P. and Alicia B., thank you for being here. Sandy McParton, thank you for joining. Richella and Pete Pranzo, you guys are awesome. Thank you. So yeah, we want that integrity of the investigation. So no slimy, sorry Joe Murray, no slimy criminal defense attorney has a field day. Jackie Q, thank you for the question mark. Hi. Wilson Dallas, good to see you. Hi Donna. We don't want a slimy criminal defense attorney, and I say slimy in the nicest way, because their job is to defend these freaking evil monsters, right? Defense attorney has a tough job, man. It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it, and I personally wouldn't want to do it. Who here would want to be a criminal defense attorney? Like, I don't aspire to be a criminal defense attorney. I want to put these monsters away. I want them in jail so they can't hurt anybody else and hurt any other children, and they're working to try to get them out. Things that make you go, no, not me. It's not my bag. But listen, they have to be there. It's part of the judicial process, right? Ed Wallace and I, we both don't like criminal defense attorneys, but we love to fight with them. We love to fight with them. We love to fight with criminal defense attorneys. We love it when we get up on the stand and they cross-examine us. We love that. I love that fight. I'm always ready for it. I used to prepare for trial. When I would go to trial, I'd make sure I dot my I's, cross my T's. All my ducks were in order. All my case file, all my folders and my case file information was tight. I made sure I was on point. And, you can't win them all, but I think I had a winning record when it came to cross-examination. If he's a potential witness, law enforcement should have told him not to speak about the case. Absolutely. So, listen, if that in fact was the situation, it's up to the individual to not talk about it. So there could be a chance that that this Jose is not an important part of the case, but I highly doubt it. He lived in there with them. He's got a lot of information, and again, he left. He's got that guilt of leaving beforehand, but he may have a lot of information to set up other information. In other words, he might not have the primary, because he wasn't there before June 15th, as far as what I heard, but he still can provide a lot of groundwork to prove a lot of different things. So even if he's just called in to testify against, say, Don and Candace when they get arrested, or anybody that gets arrested, you want it to be tight. You don't want to have any loopholes. You don't want to have a ground ball for the defense to run with something. That's all I'm saying, folks. So don't kill the messenger. I'm just saying, if you have inside information, or if you lived inside that household and you can, if you can give information to the authorities about how things were, life inside that home and things of that nature, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to talk about it. This is my opinion, and that's it. Anyways, let's move on. So we want to have, a successful prosecution in the boys' case, right? So keeping the gag order and keeping true to the gag order is important. So I'm pleading with the 50 witnesses and the people who are there to testify, please, please, please zip it. And if anybody has any information or knowledge, secondhand knowledge of a witness that gave statements, zip it. Please, please, please. If you don't think about anything else, think about this. Think about the boys. Think about these boys and a successful prosecution, bringing justice, and it's a part of the puzzle. We need to bring them home and find their remains. I won't rest until we find their remains, but we need to have the people successfully prosecuted. And think about that before you do this. Think about the boys before you do this. Let's move on to Gabby Petito. So Gabby Petito's family filed a civil lawsuit against the Laundrie family in court last Thursday, almost a week ago, come tomorrow. So a week ago, almost coming up on a week, they filed a civil lawsuit making a lot of allegations against the Laundrie family that I am 100% sure, all right, I'll say 99.99% sure that the Petito and Schmidt family have all of their ducks in order, and they have evidence to show all of the things that they're saying. And basically they're saying, mental anguish, pain and suffering, failure for the Laundries to communicate with them, blocking them, locking them out of communication when their daughter was missing. It has consequences on them long term. Also, just quite a bit of stuff in that civil lawsuit. It's not criminal, it's civil. So it's a civil lawsuit. So again, I feel that it's very important that they go forward with this. And I only have one thing to say is I support them, crime victims and their families, not just the Petitos. I support, the boys' case, everybody, Roro and the crew, the biological family. I stand behind them because they are the victims. They're crime victims, and the victims are silent. They can't speak. Gabby Petito can't speak. Summer Wells cannot speak now. So I stand for Summer Wells right now because there's really nobody else that I could stand for. I can't get behind their parents because I feel that they are responsible for what happened to her. I feel they're responsible wholeheartedly for her disappearance, and it's no secret. I have been very vocal about that, so I don't need to go over it again and reiterate it, but I stand with the crime victims and their families. So I will stand by the Petitos and Schmidt 100%, wholeheartedly, full throttle, full tilt, whatever you want to call it. I stand behind them. I don't care if a defense attorney or a lawyer says their suit is frivolous. They're not going to go anywhere with the suit. I don't get on that bandwagon. You know the bandwagon I get on? The bandwagon I get on is that I wouldn't wish what happened to their daughter on my worst enemy. I wouldn't wish what happened to Sincere and Classic. I wouldn't wish what happened to Maya Miliete, Suzanne Morphew. The list goes on and on. Summer Wells, Harmony Montgomery. I mean, I could just ramble off names all day, all night here. I stand with the victims, the people, the actual victims, and their families, because they're victims as well. So that's the thing, that's what we have to refocus ourselves on. And human nature is we want information. We love to get information, juicy information. We want it, but it comes at a price sometimes. And who pays the price? The voiceless, the people who have been murdered. If you start gossiping and gabbing about their cases, especially when there's a perpetrator in custody or perpetrators in custody, you're now being very selfish, and you're saying, I want to talk about this because I want to talk about it, and I don't care about the prosecution and the fight that they're going to have with some slimy defense attorney that's going to look up all the gossip and all the bullshit that got out and have a field day with it. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to give ammo to the defense. Do you? Do you want to give ammo to the defense? I don't. So, again, people say, oh, DutyRon, you should talk to Jose. You should talk to this one. Oh, it would be I wouldn't do it if you fucking paid me $1 million. I wouldn't do it. It goes against the ethics of law enforcement. When I raised my hand and swore to uphold the Constitution of the United States, it goes against my ethics as a law enforcement, of someone who defends the Constitution, who spent 20 years risking my life for complete strangers. It would go 100% wholeheartedly against what I signed up to do. And I'm not about to do it in my retirement. I didn't do it in my active career. I won't do it in my retired life. And I know Ed Wallace is on board with me on this, because I want to see these monsters prosecuted and brought to justice. I don't want to mess up the investigation. I want to help it. Pamela, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you for the super sticker. And guys, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell. Follow me on all things social media. One word, DutyRon. One word, DutyRon. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. If you're a member, send me a request to be in our Discord, private Discord group. It's for one of the perks of being a channel member is you get to be in our Discord group. Follow the Facebook members only group as well. Send me a message, say I want to be added to that. Before I close, let me also add that Gabby Petito on the 19th, which is Saturday, is just 2-3 days away. Gabby Petito this Saturday on March 19th would have been her 23rd birthday. So I want you guys to all think about the families, the Petito and Schmidt family. It's going to be a rough weekend for them. You know, March 19th would have been her 23rd birthday. And I'm going to promote the Gabby Petito Foundation golf outing, which is happening April 3rd in Long Island, New York. I will be there. I will definitely be there. And if I can live stream, if it's permissible, I mean, Gabby's mom already told me I could. If I get a good vibe about it and I think it's an okay thing, I may bring you guys a very small little live stream from there, but I'll definitely maybe pre-record and upload some video from the fundraiser. I want you guys to see that, but support this family. They're going through the gigs right now really bad. This has got to be a really, really difficult time emotionally for them. So on Saturday the 19th, you know, I will do some type of live stream or something to remember Gabby Petito on her what would have been her 23rd birthday. So it's her first year in heaven, and it's going to be heartbreaking for her family. So I ask everyone to please keep her and consider you know, prayers for her, and send strength to the Petito and Schmidt family. We love them, we respect them, and that's how it'll always be here. Again, we do it for all of our crime victims and their families. Summer Wells and the boys, their birthdays, when their markers came, we always spoke about it. I want to just say a couple of other things, okay? You guys send in a lot of messages to DutyRon.com. I'm a one-man wrecking crew here. I am the only one that answers all of the emails. I get emails on my private email that's listed here and on Crime Time with DutyRon, but I also get a slew of messages on DutyRon.com. Please just understand this. If I don't get back to you right away, I'm trying to ignore you. It's just I only have a certain amount of time in every day to do this, to do my professional career that I'm working on full time, and to have a family life. Family time and family life. So understand that I'm juggling. I don't do YouTube full time. So if you send me a message and I don't answer you back, it's not that I'm trying to be rude. It's just I only am one person and I can only do a certain amount of things before I get overwhelmed and overloaded. So when you guys send me messages and then I don't answer it, and then you send me an extra message and then another message and then another message telling me that I'm not answering you, that's not helpful, and I'm asking, please don't do that, because I will definitely get to everybody. It might even take me a month, but I will answer you back, I promise. Just please, just understand, I'm a one-person show here. I don't have a staff behind me. I don't have people that are standing by to take your call. I wish that I could. I wish that I could take everybody's calls and answer you guys like that. And trust me, some people I get right back to, it's all about timing, you know what I mean? It's all about timing. So sometimes I see the messages right away and I answer it. So let's put some prayers and some blue hearts for all of the victims we speak about. Summer Wells, Orrin and Orson West, Sincere and Classic, Gabby Petito. On here, let's put 3 hearts, actually 4, the boys, Gabby and Summer Wells. So let's put 4 prayer emojis and 4 hearts of any color that you choose. So sets of 4, let's light it up for these little tiny victims. And you know, Gabby was a young woman, 22 years old. So it's just so sad, so heartbreaking. I appreciate everybody's support. I appreciate everybody's engagement. Ed and I work hard. He's here in the chat. We work hard, and I'm hoping that Ed's recovering from COVID. He's got really no symptoms, very minor symptoms, thank God. So Ed should be back full blast soon. I don't know when my next scheduled live stream is going to be. I'd like to do a call-in show with you guys so everybody can talk, but I don't want to have a whole bunch of, I don't want a shit show. I want to have it so we can get people to come in, talk about some of the cases, talk about some of the concerns in a nice way. And sometimes it's hard to balance that. It's so hard to balance that act. I want to show the Gabby Petito Foundation shirt one more time. Let's see how that looks. So I'm repping the Gabby Petito Foundation sweatshirt. It's almost 70 degrees here today. So I really don't even need to be wearing something like this. But when I went out early this morning, it was cold. But I want to say thank you to everybody. Let's do a quick roll call. Gosh, I haven't been doing a roll call. I haven't done a roll call in probably a month. So let's do a roll call. Let me know where you're watching, city, state, or country, and let's say hello to everybody. And if you're new, just type new in there. New in the chat if you're new. He did, Rich. He got COVID again. Deco Paint and Tea, good to see you. Hello, Laney. Good to see you, North Florida, Gary. So I'm going to be looking at the chat. I know it's a little delayed on my end. Feeling better for Ed Wallace. Thank you, Irish, sweet Irish girl. Thank you. Patsy, good to see you. Looks great on you. Thank you, Donna. Anne Marie Rubiniker, thank you. Laying on my deck. Awesome. Stacy Nelson TV is here. Thank you for joining. Fiber Floozy. Hi, Jill. Love you. Hello from Utah. Happily Caffeinated Couple is from the Southwest. Hello from the UK, Happy. New Bedford, Massachusetts, says Donna Barnes. Wilson Dallas is in Texas. Good to see you. Ree in Arkansas. Minneapolis and New. Thank you, Fruit Loop. Thank you. I love it. Hello from Alabama. D. Crawford. Dia Crawford, I'm sorry. Get well for Ed Wallace, says Lake Lizard. Hello, Kat H. from Dayton, Ohio. Thank you for being a channel member. Soldier Girl. Good to see you from Nashville. Nice. Robert. Good to see you. Robert Vogel and Princess Mitch, Arizona. Hi, Peggy from Michigan. Patsy from East Tennessee. Ground Zero for Summer Wells. Hello from Michigan. Emily, great to see you. Scotland is in the building. Good to see you. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, wait, is that Irish? Hey, to all my Irish folks, happy St. Patrick's Day. It's going to come up tomorrow, the 17th. That is also my father's birthday. So happy birthday in heaven to my father. May he continue to rest in peace, Dad. I love you. St. Patrick's Day is a meaningful day for me. It's always been. I love the Irish. I love my Irish men and women. A lot of police officers from the NYPD are Irish. Let me just scroll back because I want to get everybody. Wolf Girl is in New York City. Good to see you. Donna's in Georgia. Aunt B is in Iowa today, 68 degrees. Hello from Scotland again, Laney. So I'm going to go forward from there. Maine. Good to see you, Marie from Maine. Hi, Jackie from Nottingham. Good to see you in the UK. Aunt BB from Louisiana. Rachel's in Colorado. Kathy Tracy is in New Jersey. Hello from Maine, Susie Gal. Peppermint Mocha is in Manchester, Missouri. Sacramento, California, Gayla. Good to see you. Renee. Miss Knight is in Reno, Nevada. Toronto, Ontario. Hello, Angela. Nikki. Donna, good to see you in Georgia. Hi, I'm New from Kingsport, Tennessee. Karaoke Lady, thank you for joining us. Hi, from Cheshire, England. I know I botched that up. Jean Jones. Cheshire, England. Cheshire, England. Cheshire. Yikes. Dot to Dot, good to see you from Tennessee. I know all about you. Hi, Corinna from Austria. Remember I screwed that up and said Australia, and she corrected me. She goes, I'm in Austria. I'm way away from Australia. So DutyRon, don't get that wrong. I didn't get it wrong. Good to see you. Hello from California, but you're about to leave. Wisconsin, great to see everybody. All right, sunny California, Susan Marcel, good to see you. Carol Loving, Alaska. Betsy Rivera is in Connecticut. Hi from Montgomery, Alabama. Massachusetts, I think I got everybody. Hello, Lauren. Lorna from the UK, great to see you. Park City, Utah, holy cow. What a roll call. Wow. I could have kept going. I could have kept going on and on and on. Dallas, Texas in the building. I love you guys. Love and respect. Man, if you guys have not yet subscribed, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Share this video. Get it on out to your social media platforms. Give it a thumbs up. Let's get that thumbs up higher. It's at 340. I know we can do it. Let's get it up to 500. Please consider giving this video a thumbs up. I love you guys. I respect you all. Thank you for the support with the super chat, with the Patreon support, and becoming channel members. It's such a great key to helping us help others. So thank you for being a part of it. I love and respect you guys all. God bless the world. God bless the United States of America. Dot, I love you more. God bless each and every one of us here in the chat, but especially all victims of crime and their family. London, Ontario, Canada, for fuck's sake. They need us now more than ever. The victims and their families. Let's not forget them. Let's keep our minds clear and sound. Let's put the victim, the crime victims that we speak about, let's put them first. You know, let's put them first before we put ourselves first. Think about it, folks. They are the ones who now are silent, that do not have a voice. Let's be a voice for them. And let's do it in a positive way. Let's not be jagaloons. Let's think about what we do. And that's all I'm going to say about that. All right, guys? Love and respect. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And I'll see you on the next one. Double peace from DutyRon. Thanks, guys. Love yous.